Hi all, welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and today guys we are going to do Titanic. So we have issue 36 of Build the Titanic. Now I know I am slightly behind on this one. What should be coming out is issue 37, but I've been very busy in the background doing other bits and pieces and painting and just trying to get things as accurate as I see the Titanic. You know, nobody knows what the Titanic actually colours would have been, because we've got no photos or colour photos of the Titanic. So yeah, I've been busy in the background doing bits and pieces, but today we are going to be putting the reciprocating engines, I got that right, the reciprocating engines onto the engine room floor. Now I've looked at this and I've a few times looked today and I've thought there's a few things that are just a little bit out of sequence for me on this build, and I will address them as I do them and explain why I'm doing what I am. It's nothing major, obviously. It's nothing scary or anything like that. But I'm looking at this and I think there's a different, better and easier way to do this. It might not work out like that, but I think there is. And all will come apparent or whatever when we get over to the build table. So we'll do that right now. So with all that said, let's get modelling. Right guys, so as you can tell there's a lot to do in this issue. The first thing we need to bring over is this part here. They are saying that this is the central turbine. I want to have it just here. And what we need to do is we need to bring over this part here. Now, these are directional. This one just inside there does have a left on it, and it's going to correspond with this left hole here. And push that into place. And then we need to screw that in with two AP screws. Nice and tight. Get another AP. Okay. And then we need to repeat on the other side. Getting the holes lined up. Does it go on like that way? Goes on like that. Okay, and then again two AP screws. Nice to be working with some bigger parts for once. Because we have had a time of it. Little tiny parts on this one. Okay, so this is the last AP screw going in. Okay, we're just going to sit that to one side, and we're going to bring across these parts here. Now, these are steam pipes. Now, what it's asking us to do is, so it wants us to do these ones first. So, basically, you can't really go wrong on here because there's a key pattern in it, and it's just a simple push fit. So as long as you line it up like that, and you make sure you line it up like try and get it in like that, you can't really go wrong. Okay, so we're going to bring this back over now, and it wants us to focus on this side here. And you've noticed we've got 4 holes here. These are literally going to sit in there now. Let's see. And again, they're saying it's a push fit connection. Actually, that's pretty good, actually. I'm pretty impressed with that. Okay, so we'll do the other one. Okay, so there we have it. Wow, that is amazing. Okay, right, so we don't need this anymore, but what we do need is our engine room floor. Just here. And basically we've got this part here. Now this is going to be going on. Make sure we do this the right way around. With this way around. So this is facing towards this way, this sort of cross section here. And again, it wants us to secure that in with 3 AP screws. Gosh, they don't want this going anywhere, do they? Now, I'm going to have to be very, very careful here, because we've got all that detail on the engine room floor, and I don't want to knock any of that detail or damage any of it. Okay. This was one of my main worries with this issue. It's a little bit like the Bismarck, where you're flipping it over, doing some work, and it could be damaging any kind of detail. Okay, right, so that's gone on and we've got had no damage. Right, so the next thing we need is this bit here. Now this bit is going to be fitting to the engine room floor. Excuse me. And basically it's going to go on just like that. But then we need to secure that from underneath again with 3 AP screws. Again, I'm going to be very careful of the detail. So you can actually see where this is going to go in. I know my big hand is in the way there, but I need to get this in. It's also not easy loading a screwdriver up one-handed. Okay, that's another one in. Ooh. Again, not easy loading up a screwdriver one-handed. Okay, last one. Okay, right, there we go. And we have that larger piece in place now. There's a bit of a delay on the camera for some reason. Okay, right, so now, next what we need to do is we're going to bring across our port, which is that one, and starboard engine, which is that one. Right, so in the next few issues, it is basically sort of a step-by-step just to check that these are working. Now, these are working. Everything on it is fine. I've checked and double-checked it. There was some bits. I don't know if I can sort of just bring the magazine over quickly. In this, basically about this being the wrong way round. It was the wrong way round in the instructions, but I automatically corrected myself because this is it was wrong, and I could work out quite easily that that was wrong. It goes on about any gaps, to address any of them. I don't have any gaps on mine. It's on about making sure everything's tightened down. and then basically it's telling us about, quite hard to tell you, but it's telling us up here to make sure that this is in the correct way, which mine is. So yeah, it always pays to check the instructions. It always pays to make sure that they are correct when you're doing them. Okay, right, so we're going to start putting the engines in. So it wants us to start with the port engine, which is this one here. And basically what it's asking us to do is it wants us to fit it onto here. Now, I don't mind doing that, but I do have a slight problem. We're supposed to be putting these rods in. Now, I want to make sure that these rods are in correctly, as in they are in the thing correctly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this rod through this thrust block. Then I'm going to line up the engine. Try and get it into place. Right, it's not going in there because there's a bit of an angle and it's getting stuck on the thrust block. And now it's caught on something else. Very, very, very fiddly, as you can tell. Come on, it's the front ones that just don't want to line up at all. I can feel it engaging in the holes, but it's just not. Right, so I'm wondering if we've got a bit of a blockage or something in there, and that's why it's not lining up. So let's just get a small file and just check there's nothing in there. That's no, that one's fine. That one's fine. Right, so let's make this center one a little bit bigger. Just, you know, it's a case of working with it until you get it right. Not everything's perfect. Right, let's have a try now. Right, the back goes in. But the front doesn't, and the front needs to go in first. There's no hard and fast rule about this, actually. I think I'm down. I don't think it's right. This green cog should be lower. It's not lining up. It's down, but the green collar part is not. The green cog, sorry, should I say, is not. Right. Let me see if we get a better view from this angle. Yeah. Don't know why that's not gone down properly. Very strange. Right, I'm just going to stop, guys, pause and just double check what's going on here, because this should be going in and it's not. So I'll be back in a sec.
A few moments later.
Okay, I'm back. I've got this engine installed now. Now, the reason I didn't come back and show you screwing it in, I've had massive problems with the alignment of the wheel into the thrust block. I've had to make a modification, and there is a video of that on my channel on me making that modification. Yeah, things just were not sitting right. So what we'll do now, we'll carry on and we'll fix the second engine into place. So let's get the second engine. It's really not the easiest thing to put in place, to be perfectly honest with you. But that's pretty seated down, which I'm happy about. Okay, and we're going to screw that in from underneath with 4 EM screws. So let me get my get sorted. So I'm just going to turn this upside down. Try and get into a bit more focus. And we'll get the 4 EM screws in. So yeah, I started this yesterday and I'm actually finishing it off today because the camera's a bit slow, don't know why. I had to spend a few hours with my 3D printer analysing it and working out what I needed to do to try and fix the problem, but it's fixed now. Suppose again it's the Titanic, nothing comes simple with this build. We'll get this last one in, just down here. That one's really not wanting to come off. And it looks like it was a wise idea not to put the exhausts on as well, because they would have been crushed by now. The bits that go into here, here, and here. Right, so that's now in place. I'm happy with that. I'm just going to get the second rod and we'll put this in. Smaller end first. I'm just going to turn it until it locks in and spin it, and as you can see, that part of the engine works and both rods are now in place, which is great. And that is the end of this issue. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's not. When you think it's all over, we need to glue a pipe into place. This pipe just down here, and that's going to be going into the top of the engine. So let's free the pipe up first of all. I tell you the truth, this pipe has been an absolute pain while we've been fitting everything. Right, okay, so we'll get a little glue. Just a smidge. Oh, we're still here. Yeah, just double checking. Right, so do with a better cocktail stick than that one. That should do it. I'm just going to put some glue in the hole just to make sure it has enough. Then I'm going to grab my tweezers and put this pipe in, if I can grab it. Come on. Go in the hole. Okay, I'm just going to hold that there for a sec, and that's now glued in. And that is this issue definitely done. It's taken a while because of all the mistakes, but yeah, that's issue 36 complete. Well guys, that's it for issue 36 of the Titanic. Thanks for staying with me. Well, staying with me, it's taken 24 hours to complete this build because of the problems I had with the height of the thrust blocks. But it's all fixed now, it's all running now, and everything's back to normal. So thank you everybody for watching that, and if you watched my mod one as well. Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified of any future videos. But as for always guys, stay safe and bye for now.